What's up, everybody? Welcome yet again to another episode of our favorite and your favorite wrestling podcast, Lucha HSP. And if you don't know by now what HSP stands for, I've got 2 words for you. Well, actually 3 words for you because it stands for House Show Podcast. And as speaking to you right now, if you don't know, the voice of violence, Mars. People just call me Mars. People call me many things. Some of them I can't even say on the air. As always, I'm joined by my tag team partners. First of all, from parts unknown, he is the armless wonder of the world, Renzo Simbrazos, and the man who guides this crazy ship through the uncharted and iceberg-filled waters of the past week in professional wrestling, Rowdy Roddy Ara. So, Hot Rod, why don't you ring that imaginary bell, ding, 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 and get this shit show on the road?
Oh, my God. What an intro. Love it.
What
That's it. From now on,
intro.
this is the intro. You are the man for the
Is
intro.
it?
That's it. Sold. Paid. Come on. Put the money in there. We don't have money, but it doesn't matter. Put the
That's all
money
right. I
in.
don't charge by the word.
That's all right. It's good. That's all right. And normally lawyers, the first hour is for free. So it's good. We got to just stack it up. Well, like I say, we're back to another episode this week. We got a lot, shitloads to talk about. We didn't record last week, so we're kind of doing like fortnightly podcasts at the moment. We're recording every 15 days, so it's kind of lining up with all the pay-per-views. So it works out not too bad. But like always, you guys can find us all the different social media, so in Spotify, in Instagram, Facebook, name it. Instagram is the best and the easiest, and YouTube. We got the snippets going up of our videos and what we talk during the podcast also. You're on Spotify, of course. You can find us, listen to us, and then share us. Shout out to the track. It's always there. Listen to us. So always good. So what do we start with? What do you guys think we're going to start with? I'll leave it up to you.
Well, why don't we start with Renzo? And because big things happening in AEW, so why don't we kick it off there?
All right. Let's go. Let's go AEW.
Well, let's go. AEW. Let's go to the world of AEW. And a lot happened this week because we had Full Gear, which was, in my opinion, one of the best events of the AEW calendar this year. Some great matches to be had. If you missed out on Full Gear, please do yourself a favor and watch Full Gear this year because it had some cracker matches. And look, it started with something that we didn't necessarily know where it was going with the pre-show. The Guns attacked MJF, which meant that MJF was potentially injured for his title match with Jay White at the end, but more on that a little bit later. But it really kicked off with Sting, Darby Allin, and Adam Copeland versus the Patriarchy, which I love that heel faction name of Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne. This match was great. It was a great start because what actually happened was at no moment did Adam Copeland and Christian Cage face off. Every time Christian Cage got tagged in and Adam Copeland got tagged in, the crowd went ballistic, but Christian would find a way to weasel his way out of it. So that's building up for a good storyline. It's building up for the eventual mouth-watering clash between Christian Cage and Adam Copeland. And, we're leaving the fans hanging, right? So I can't wait till that happens. What about you guys? What do you think, Rod, about this?
Mate, I think we've seen many. No, we don't see. Sorry, I'll rephrase that. We haven't seen Darby Allin that emotional of any moments, but mate, that entry got to him. You can see when that music hit. He's just in the middle. He lived all of our dreams in that moment. Because when you see Sting in there, and then he came out with like Adam Copeland's all come with Adam Copeland's jacket, and then they have Sting full face, Darby Allin half face, and then you got Adam Copeland with a half face as well, painted. And then when Adam Copeland missing hits, you can see Darby Allin in the middle, literally on his knees, head down. And I think that moment was awesome. I think that moment was just a moment that Darby Allin will treasure for the rest of his life because, man, to have a trios match that involves Sting and Adam Copeland in the same art, and you are the third wheel in there, and it's just great. And like you said, this what's called this tag teams? This feud between Adam Copeland and Christian Cage is, like I said, he's building up to be good. We know that Adam Copeland, however you want to call him, is a good rider as well. He's been behind a few matches in WWE back in the day. So as Christian Cage. So of course they're building up to something that's gonna be epic. And also we had Ric Flair involved in this as well. So that was fun as well. So a good 15 minutes match. This, like you said, it was just full packed of craziness, and especially to keep seeing Sting that active. If we say at the moment, Sting is kind of losing it, it's time to retirement. And now you watch this and you're like, you're really going to retire now? You still got it, man. You still got it. What do you think, Mas?
You still got it.
Yeah, well, look, wrestlers in retirement. I mean, look who was standing outside that ring. Ric Flair, how many times has he retired?
Yeah. Like,
he's had more last shows than Kiss. But mate, look, like you said, I reckon for Darby Allin, this would have been like a dream come true, being part of Sting's alleged final match and being in that ring with Edge or Adam Copeland and Sting, and then having Ric Flair out there, and then on the other side having Christian as part of it too. I mean that's just huge, and I'm really liking the build up. That it's a definitely a slow cook to the lead up for Christian against Adam Copeland. And one thing that did happen this week in AEW in relation to this that faction, the Patriarchy, the change of names. I mean, I was never a big fan of Luchasaurus. He's now known as Killswitch, which I think is fucking awesome. That's a badass. That suits him more. And I wouldn't be surprised if he loses the mask soon.
I was going to ask that. I was about to ask you, what do you think about
I wouldn't be
Luchasaurus?
surprised if he loses the mask soon. Yeah. I just I didn't like the whole Luchasaurus theme. It's a bit too cartoonish for him anyway.
I don't know. I don't mind. It was fun, but him losing the mask could be something that because people that probably haven't seen him because he hasn't been without the mask for a long time. But he was in WWE sometime, so people kind of reminding his face. It's hard to picture because he was completely different. No tattoos, no long hair.
He didn't look scary.
He didn't look scary at all. So now imagine taking the mask off and still look like a badass. It looked great. And I think it's getting to that point. I think it's getting to a point that he's going to have to lose the Luchasaurus character and just being himself or whatever he becomes to be.
Killswitch, which is a great name.
Killswitch right now and being Killswitch without the Luchasaurus. I just hope they do a really good promo video before he loses the mask. I hope that this do a really good thing. Involving Christian Cage kind of talking to him and telling him, hey, it's time. You got to lose it. Something like that, something that is really epic to the moment that he loses the mask in the dark and then he comes out in the ring without the mask and then boom, new music, new everything. It's just like, wow.
You can't face your demons while you're wearing a mask.
Oh, something
Take
like
off
that
the
would
mask.
be great.
Come face to face with the darkness. Embrace the darkness.
And plus it would be great if these matches with the return of a Jungle Boy. If I'm going his name right now. I just remember because Jungle Boy hasn't come through yet. So imagine him come back and then you see Luchasaurus as a kill switch without the mask. It'll be like because they were tag team for a long time. They came into AEW together. So that's also another story that we're gonna see on the makes once he comes back as well. So it'll be two different characters to what they were before. And that's a great story to tell as well. So it's fucking crazy to be everything to that thing was awesome.
Yeah, Jack Perry and Luchasaurus were taking champions at one stage as well. Yeah. The interesting thing for me in this match as well was Darby Allin took a really, really bad hit. Luchasaurus chokeslammed him onto the hardest part of the ring on the outside of the mat, on the edge of the mat. And the interesting thing is that Darby Allin, a few days, he should be now, he's climbing Mount Everest. So that guy...
As you do,
He's crazy.
He has so many injuries.
Yeah.
Fucked himself doing skateboarding and all that shit.
Well, yeah. Those pro skaters, man, they're I swear, they've got no bones. They're just all cartilage. Like, come on.
That's it.
Seriously. What a beast.
What a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast. He is.
I get tired just thinking about climbing Mount Everest.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. The next match we had was Orange Cassidy, who defeated Jon Moxley in a singles match for the AEW International Championship. This one is as well. It's kind of building up for something bigger. There's that ever lasting feud between Orange Cassidy and John Moxley. I'm glad Orange Cassidy they didn't take the belt away from this one. So that was a little good entertaining match. Only lasted about 12 minutes. So it was great. But the next match after that was, oh, wow, it was great. Timeless Toni Storm defeated Hikaru Shida. So she's the new AEW Women's World Champion, 3-time Women's World Champion for Toni Storm. And, man, her timeless character. Yeah. Her timeless character is amazing, man. It's so funny. It's hilarious. Today on Dynamite, they did like an Academy Awards ceremony where she won the belt, but they did a whole Academy Award presentation for her. Yeah. Oh man, just
what?
It's amazing.
I didn't really like it at the start because it reminded I don't know if you guys are Seinfeld guys or not, but there's an episode where Kramer goes to LA and he meets and like he becomes an actor and he lives in this like apartment building and there's this old lady who's like this old style actress and she talks like that and that character reminded me of her. But what Toni Storm's been able to do with it is just I've come around and I've been a big fan of Toni Storm for a while and she's a really nice lady too when I met her at WrestleCon. So no, good on her. And how about the fact that the two biggest wrestling organizations have two Aussie female champions like that? Yeah. That's pretty fucking good.
It is, man. Aussies on a roll, man. Aussies on a roll. The next match, wow. It was crazy. It was a 4-way tag team ladder match for the AEW World Tag Team Champions. So it had Ricky Starks and Big Bill versus La Facción Ingordonable versus, which is Rush and Dralistico, who was Sin Cara in WWE.
Wow.
FTR and Kings of the Black Throne, which is Malachi Black and Brody King.
What a name.
What a name. Yeah, the Kings of the Black Throne.
The House of Black comes out with the best name.
So metal.
Yeah, it is so metal. This match was crazy. Crazy. I have never seen a ladder match like this. Not even WWE,
wow, that's a big call, man.
Yeah,
that's a big call.
On the brakes.
It was... No, man, it was crazy. They were just throwing ladders like left, right, and center, like not just side on ladders, like front ladders in the face. And there was a move where Brody King just kind of did like
Dralistico. It was Dralistico, yeah.
Yeah, destroyed Dralistico. Yeah, man, and Dralistico just did not get up from that on the ladder. It was absolutely crazy. That was on outside of the ring. It was nuts. So if you love ladder matches, you love this one. This was great. Ricky Starks and Big Bill retained for that one. And it was really hard for the crowd to kind of come back from all of the emotion from that match to the Julia Hart, Chris Statlander and Sky Blue 3-way match for the TBS Championship. But eventually they got into it. And, oh, man, great for Julia Hart because she's the new TBS Championship. And we've been talking about her for months, man. She's with this, the House of Black. What she's doing with the House of Black is amazing. She's getting trained by Malachi Black at the moment. And Mars, for your information, she was actually discovered by Cody Rhodes and trained by Cody Rhodes initially. So
at the Nightmare Factory.
At the Nightmare Factory. So this girl has potential, and she's only 22, recently turned 22, recently married as well. So yeah, great for Julia Hart, man.
Man, the Judgment Day is the House of Black, and imagine the House of Black against the Judgment Day, bro.
Oh, that's a dream. Man. That's a forbidden door, 100%.
But there you go. Like look at the similarities. Now you got Julia Hart, a young champion, part of the House of Black. The House of Black will return. Will come back with titles at the moment. They don't have the trios title at the moment, but there definitely will be some champion at the time, and they will start bringing all the gold to House of Black. And Julia Hart, man, I think it was about time for her to get a title. I didn't like the fact that Chris Statlander lost it so fast. I think she could have keep it a bit longer, but also it was a good way to give way to a young champion with a really kind of title for a young, like the TNT title.
Yeah.
They made for the young generation. So it's good that she got it, and let's see how long she's going to keep it, because now she's going to start we think. She might start wrestling more, or maybe she'll do something like Mami and just do it every now and then. But who knows?
Too many belts.
Yeah.
Too many belts. That's all I'm saying about that.
I like it. I like it because they're different belts. Like women's, the
Yeah.
TBS and TNT we know because of the deals with television, all the stuff. Same thing happened in WWE. But have trios titles, fucking great. Have tag team titles, fucking great. You know, the AEW international title, awesome. But then also you got the unfortunately you got the Ring of Honor championships getting in between the stuff. But in terms of AEW titles, I think that they're all right at the moment because every title has its purpose. It has a purpose, you know. TNT title is more for the younger generation. So is the TBS title. And then you got the heavyweight title, the Intercontinental, like as always, the international championship title has to be battled between, you know, from different continents. That's the whole point of it, even though they haven't done it for a while. And you have a trio title. I think that's one thing that WWE has missed for a long time. Have that trio title. I think in WWE is so good, but at the moment they can barely keep up with fucking tag teams. But back in the day, it would be awesome. But no, in terms of title, is good. And Julia Hartman, she's getting trained by one of the best. So
yeah. And look, the next match was probably the best match of the year, I think. Up until now, Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Adam Page. Holy shit. These guys,
that was
it was a bloodbath. It was a bloodbath. And look, good on Hangman. We've been talking about, you know, before in the past, we'd say, oh, Hangman, you know, what's he doing there and things like that. But what he's doing for Swerve Strickland is absolutely amazing. Swerve, I'm going to say it now, next year he'll be champion at some stage. World champion, because that guy is absolutely crazy. He is truly a main eventer. What he did with Hangman is crazy, absolutely crazy. There was a part where Hangman had a staple gun, and he was just stapling Swerve Strickland everywhere. He put the run sheet. He stapled him with the run sheet. Put staples on his face.
Right.
There were barbed wire chairs, barbed wire tables. The Swerve was bleeding profusely.
Worstly of the name, Texas Dead Match. What can you say? That's what you expect. When you hear the word dead match, that's what you're waiting for. You're waiting for blood and fucking craziness, like to the point that the winner has to be in a crimson like mask and fucking blood all over the place. Like it's the death match, right? Otherwise, what's the point of it?
And look, it was the longest match of the night, and it didn't feel like the longest match because just everything that they were doing was just like, ooh, wow, how are they going to get up out of that? There was a cinder block used a couple of times. It was just ballistic glass, you name it, they used it. These guys did great. And there was a moment where Adam Page wrapped barbed wire around Swerve Strickland's head, and it got caught on the side of his lip. Ooh. Oh, man. On the side of his mouth. Oh, man. Yeah, painful. And
no Robert Tips in AEW.
And the interesting thing was that took a lot out of the crowd as well for the next match. So it was the Golden Jets, which was Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega versus the Young Bucks. Before you move to the next match,
I got to see Swerve Strickland. Great tribute to Bray Wyatt with the Rotunda. Yeah. The way he came out in the ring, the pants, the whole thing. And even the way he wrestled. It was really Bray Wyatt style, which he was to the heart of all the fans, and you could see it on the social media. Everyone was like, fuck, great way to pay tribute to one of the greatest. It was fucking left too long, like too early. But fuck, yeah, I just wanted to point it out because it was a great tribute.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. Awesome of Swerve, man. Like I said, he's doing so good, and he's Prince Nana and, you know, his faction that he's got. Oh man, they're just great, doing great stuff. Yeah. His music is awesome. Of course, because he raps it, right? So it's his own jam.
His own music, right?
So the Golden Jets, Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega versus the Young Bucks, and this one was if the Golden Jets lost, they had to disband. If the Golden Jets beat the Young Bucks, then the Young Bucks would have to give up their World Championship Tag Team opportunity. The Young Bucks lost, It was a great match. I think this is probably the last time we're going to see the Young Bucks for a while.
Yeah.
They're taking a hiatus. I don't know for how long. There's rumors flying around that they haven't signed an extension for AEW. So who knows? I'll talk about this later in my segment of the Wrestleverse, where someone tweeted something. So yeah, I'll tell you a little bit more about that later on. But the Young Bucks on hiatus, the Golden Jets win. So Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega, what a team, man. These guys are doing great.
Sweet that Kenny Omega is battle the Young Bucks. That's really strange because he's not a heel at the moment. The Young Bucks are heelish at the moment. Not really bad. I think the Young Bucks, they were battling with a lot of injuries before. There's a lot of stuff happening. They're probably thinking about the last chance to go to WWE. Probably they're going to get as a tag team if they get it. It would be weird if they actually signed for WWE because that means the original guys that actually started AEW are now with WWE, except of who's the only one left, Kenny Omega. But the guys that actually started it, the whole revolution kind of stuff and going against WWE, which was great, was Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks. So it'll be a really weird thing to see him go. But at the same time, it works in favor of my theory. But who knows? What do you think? What do you think, Marce? What do you think about them leaving for some time?
Of your theory or of the Young Bucks?
Leave my theory alone. I'm just getting more information for it at the moment because I know I'm right. I just want to make sure. I'm I guess a lawyer here, so I got to make sure I got the facts right and I got enough information for an argument to win the case. Otherwise, what's the point, you know?
I'll be very surprised if we see the Young Bucks in the WWE. But you know, it's the wrestling business, so who knows? I did see that they were taking a hiatus. I don't know too much about them. You know, me being the WWF, WWE guy, I don't really know a lot of the history of the AEW guys. I don't rely on you guys to tell me that. But now as I get more and more into it, I kind of understand a bit more. But I'd be very surprised if they end up in WWE. I just don't see them fitting in. But what the hell do I know?
Yeah, could be. Weirder things have happened, Mars. So, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Weirder things have happened, yeah. And the last match was...
My measuring stick, as I always say to you guys on the chat, hey, they pushed Bill Goldberg, so anything can happen, mate.
Exactly. Goldberg won a title in South Area when he should have fucking won a title, and it was the Universal title. So, yeah, who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
And the last match was MJF versus Jay White. MJF came back. Adam Cole was going to replace him on crutches. And he did. Thank God he didn't because Adam Cole looks really banged up. But MJF defeated Jay White and he retains the AEW World Champion. The good thing is that Jay White looked really strong because it took MJF a few hits of the ring, the belt, with the referee distracted to kind of knock him out and get the pinfall. But what was interesting, there was a moment in the match, man. Mars would love it. I'll try and get the clip, Mars, so you can see it. Jay White was standing on the outside of the ring, right? On the top, just on the outside. And MJF launched himself off one of the ropes and did a flying cutter over the turnbuckle, and Jay White landed flat on his face on the outside. It was crazy. Probably one of the best cutters I've seen, man. It was nuts. Yeah. So I'll try and get a hold of that so you can see it. It was ballistic. But overall, look, it was a great event. Full Gear, like I said, probably one of the strongest ones that AEW have held this year. So looking forward to what they come up with. Today in Dynamite, the Devil appeared and Adam Cole was in the ring with MJF at the time. So that rules out.
Really?
Cole. Hang on, go back. I want to say something about this match. Don't rule it out.
Okay.
Because we've seen what happened to Adam Cole. But let me ask you a question. Have we seen him with a doctor? Have we seen him with a doctor? Have we seen him? After you pointed out, I started looking at like, we haven't seen him in a surgery place. We have like John Cena straight away. We haven't seen anything official from AEW. So their injury doesn't look like an injury. So it might be a really good work because so far because he's wearing the boot, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen with doctors. We haven't seen him out of the ring. He's been active constantly. Any wrestler has been out with an injury, and that's what we thought at the beginning. Was like, okay, he's out for a bit, but we've seen him doing segments. We've been seeing him doing a lot of stuff. So the whole injury part is actually makes a lot of sense, and could be that someone else is under the mask, but he's involved in it. Remember, he still wants the shot at the title. He still wants a title, Adam Cole. So that's why I'm like, I can't rule out Adam Cole anymore out of this whole devil kind of stuff, because let's face it, MJF is going through the baby phase, so we need the heel, and who better heel than Adam Cole? There's no better heel than him. So I don't know.
I still think Adam Cole is the devil. I haven't seen today's Dynamite. I'll probably watch it after we finish recording. I still think it's him. It's what a massive heel turn. Like, the only guy that MJF has trusted, never had any friends. Finally trusts one man, becomes his BFF, his broski, and he turns on him. Adam Cole is the devil.
Great.
I think I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago on the podcast I was listening to. I think it was Sam Robertson. He said, what if it's Britt Baker under the mask?
Yeah.
Well, it could have been Britt Baker while Adam Cole was in the ring.
Exactly.
I still think the injury is a work. I think the way he did the injury was different, was strange. I still say that Adam Cole is the devil.
Yeah. Have you ever watched Scooby-Doo movies?
Yeah. I would have gone away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids. Mask off.
Yeah.
The Scooby-Doo movies, there's always someone helping the bad guy when they should be in small place. So it could happen. I don't know why I brought Scooby-Doo, but whatever. But yeah, I think the same. I think it could be the work between Adam Cole and Britt Baker, because Britt Baker also a great heel. So having them both starting as a couple, as a heel, and just win everything, it just also gives us the vibe that we could see the Undisputed Era getting together again, and the whole work with Roderick Strongman is probably just a work. It's just bullshit.
Yeah.
Just to make them look like that, and at the end of the day, it's just the four of them. There's three of them. Roderick Strongman together with Adam Cole plus with Baker. You got the faction right there.
Yeah, and don't forget, there's about 3 or 4 masked men or masked people that are helping the devil. So who's to say that's not Roderick Strong and the other guys?
Yeah, Roderick Strong. Probably that injury is fake too. Because we haven't seen many doctors. It's a whole fake. That we know that one's fake. So the whole turnaround of this against MJF will be fucking great. And in the moment it happens, it will launch MJF as a babyface, which hasn't happened since MJF started, or since he's been in the indies. And there'll be a different way to have a heelish MJF babyface, and then a full-on Adam Cole. And Adam Cole as a heel, we know what he's able to do. He works better as heel than does as a face. Great, good things.
Look, and it's interesting because, I'm thinking less and less that it's Dolph Ziggler, because I shared a photo with you guys that Dolph Ziggler was at Full Gear, and he wouldn't make it that known because that photo was shared around everywhere. It's obvious Dolph Ziggler will be there, right? You know, Dolph Ziggler's going, his brother's there, he's friends with everyone. He's going, and he wouldn't make it that apparent that he was there if he was the devil, right? So I think it's Adam Cole. You're right, guys.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But Full Gear. If you haven't watched it, watch it. But what we're talking wrestling fans probably already watched it. So just recapping what we thought about it. But great, well done, Renzo. That was fucking awesome. And Full Gear. One of the strongest. We needed a really strong pay-per-view from AEW for some time. They were losing the battle with WWE, so they needed something this strong. And we're forgetting something really important as well. Will Ospreay, he had us in the fucking ropes. He's gonna go to WWE. He started the Twitter feud what's it called?
Seth Rollins.
With Seth Rollins. So we thought Pharrell, Will Ospreay, and he was hinting it, and he appearing at AEW, bro. Everyone just ballistic because Will Ospreay, we know what he's capable of, and he's gonna go for the big title. So that's a great guy to put in the mix for the big title. So just really happy that Will Ospreay is there. And I think that's it. This Will Ospreay won't go anywhere else after this. It would be really, really hard for him to go anywhere else because he will sign a deal. And also, we saw New Japan congratulating him, saying, happy to see Will Ospreay in AEW. He will keep going, doing great things for AEW and New Japan. So clearly, he's still part of New Japan, not as an active 100%, but you still got to New Japan and do stuff. So that's a great thing to have.
Look, it's interesting as well with Will Ospreay because have a listen to some of these matches that he'll have potentially when he joins or when he's there next year. Ospreay versus MJF, Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson, Ospreay versus Adam Copeland, Ospreay versus Swerve, Ospreay versus Hangman, Ospreay versus Moxley.
He mentioned Samoa Joe.
Yeah, Andre Idolo versus Malachi Black. Holy crap, that would be an amazing match. Versus Buddy Matthews versus Darby Allin. Versus Miro.
And
he's got some good opponents.
And one that he said he wants to have a proper run is with Jay White. They never got to have the good run in New Japan, and this is the opportunity for them to have a good run in AEW. So we could see that as well. So it's full of good things. Nothing better than happen. AEW is starting to pack up with big guns now, starting to bring the big ones, starting to sign, being smart in the signage, being a smart signing, no more than just fan-based ones, starting to be really smart about it and know who's keeping around, who's going, and just giving the opportunity to these big starts going out. So from this, we move to what is coming this weekend, what is coming soon, which is a WWE Survivor Series with, it's going to be a really controversial men's War Games match. I think we got heaps, 100 million theories that we're going to be talking about here. But we're going to go to the matches that we know is going to happen. We could see change of titles about here. Probably not. I see it really hard.
Yeah, I see it hard too.
I don't know if we're going to... No, we're going to talk about the two title matches that are going to be here, but I don't know if it's worth to spend too much time on it because we know the outcome of them, which will be the Gunther Miz match and the Rhea Ripley Zoe Stark match. I don't think much is going to happen here. Gunther is just to have a good run with Miz to keep him keep him running because he will lose the title soon, but not against the Miz. That would be really stupid from WWE. I
disagree.
Really? Against the Miz? I think we're waiting for...
I disagree.
Really?
I disagree. And I think Ludwig Kaiser is going to cost Gunther the title.
If you look at it that way.
Maybe not on purpose. But he's going to cost him the title because Ludwig's out of favor with Gunther. Vinci's now basically in charge of Ludwig because of what we saw on Raw. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm fantasy booking. Maybe I'm just, going nuts. Maybe it's the medication. I don't know. But maybe it's the popping Panadols. I've been popping Panadols for the past week. But I wouldn't be surprised if he loses the title. He's had it for a very long time. That promo Gunther and Miz cut, that was phenomenal. Great. That was phenomenal. Gunther's so good, so believable, such a natural heel. And that accent that he's got too, that helps him too.
That's I wouldn't be surprised. Vibe, bro.
You said that, not me.
I don't mind. The Dolly Little Ray fucked it up one time, so what's the point of not saying it?
So look, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. Rhea Ripley, obviously, no, she's not going to lose the title. No. Zoe Stark's great competitor, but she's not ready for the strap yet. And like I said it a couple of weeks ago, Rhea's going to be like a Roman Reigns type champion. She's just She's going to annihilate everybody, and she's going to be around for a while, and she's red hot. So why would you take the strap off her?
Exactly.
Yep. I
What do you
agree.
think? What do you think about the Gunter miss? Like, who do you think is gonna win? I'm typing it down. I got Gunter.
I think Gunter. I think Gunter. Mars' theory is good. It's intriguing, but I think Gunter will win.
Yeah, and I think that the theory that you got Mars is good. The only thing is, it just started. I think that's the big problem with that one. It just started to have these problems. It's not that it has been for a while, and we know
What about this?
What about this?
What about this? Gunther retains the title, but he loses the match by disqualification.
That could be that I like it. That wouldn't be bad. I think that I like that.
Yeah, I'll go with that. That's my prediction.
Okay, if you put it that way,
yeah,
I will agree. I'm still gonna put Gunter just because of the title, but yeah, I agree what you're saying. Yeah, probably he will lose by disqualification, but then you still retain the title 100% because they still gotta cook the story between what's happening with Gunter and his whole group. So doing it too soon, we know WWE is not really releasing stuff too fast. They like to slow cooking.
Slow cook tastes better.
Exactly, slow cook it. It falls off faster, it's better, and it's more delicious. But let's move to really good match because we got here a great turn that we were predicting for a long time and finally happened, which is Santos Escobar against Carlitos in a singles match. This was the definitive turn over Pablo Escobar. Selena Vega selling it like it was a telenovela. Great way to sell it, man. I think Selena Vega just sold it like a Mexican telenovela, like no tomorrow. It was freaking great. And then we say finally Santos Escobar heel, which he does a great job. We saw it when he was in NXT with El Legado del Fantasma. And I think, I don't know if I shared with you guys, someone created El Legado del Fantasma and the Latino World Order as two different factions. And then we got two of the guys in it. I forgot the name, but they are, and then which had a Electra Lopez in past part of the women, and then we had Santos Escobar, and then there was the tag team, which I forgot about it right now, and there was the names. But anyways, what do you guys think about this one?
Yeah, like you said, Rod, we predicted this heel turn for Santos Escobar back when Rey Mysterio stepped in for the US title fight and won the title of Austin Theory. And we said this is the start of the heel turn for Santos, and sure enough, I love the way they've done it. I love the way he came out the other day and dressed up in like his Scarface white suit and red shirt. That was fantastic. Like, say good night to the bug guy. So no, it's great, man. And Selena, as you said, Selena Vega sold it beautifully with the tears, with the slap on the face, the ultimate insult, the paintbrush, mate. Boom, slap to the face. Loved it. Even I liked what Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro did as well. Yeah. Basically turning their backs and then getting attacked by Santos, and then Carlitos coming out. I think Carlitos versus Santos is going to be a good fight. But I think Santos has to win that fight, obviously. There's no point in turning him heel and then he loses the first fight. You know what I mean? I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. There's no point in Santos losing that one. I think Santos is going to win. He'll win dirty, but he'll win.
Yeah, he'll win. He'll win. Absolutely. Yeah.
And I hope they keep this storyline going, man, because it's great. Like you said, the telenovela stuff is.
I'll tell you how he'll win. He'll win using brass knuckles.
Oh.
You win another way probably, but yeah, I like that one. Also, Los Lotarios, that's what I couldn't fucking remember.
That's
Los Lotarios, which is Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. They're the ones who are gonna join him in there. But it's a great joining, which will become one of the even bigger telenovela, which will be Daddy Dom joining Santos Escobar, which we saw already.
No way.
Santos Escobar already said it. Dom was right. He said it. Dom was right. That means there is something there.
Maybe.
Yeah. There is something there because we know something's going to happen with Judgment Day either sooner or later. Something's going to happen, but it will be now bad to see Dom because he's not going to leave the Judgment Day, but kind of pulling away for the Judgment Day, still part of it, but kind of running this other thing on the side, kind of everyone understanding, yeah, you're going against your dad, we'll back you up, whatever you want. You got these guys here, you boys. They're like a alliance faction that you're gonna be running kind of stuff, kind of bikey style, you know. You got you again, but then you got the what's the name of the? It's not the friends of the
associates.
Associates. There we go. It'll be like the associates, you know. You got the main guy running, but you got these associates, which will be the Legado Fantasma. Fuck, that would be great because there's two factions right there with going against Latino Order and everything else happening. It'll be great. So I think that's what it's facing to be. And in this way, they're doing it really great because you need that Electra Lopez against Selena Vega. Man, fuck. Been wanting to see Electra Lopez back for a long time. And when they're doing Legado Fantasmas NXT, man, they were doing great. They were doing it fucking absolutely awesome. Unfortunately, they didn't do what they were meant to do with them. But and also in a big one, it will bring back tag team matches, proper tag team matches. Because now we're having factions. They got tag team, women, and then probably two heavy hitters. So now we got proper tag teams forming, being part of different factions, which is fucking what is been needed for a long time in WWE.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we got let's talk about the women's war games, because I think it's the one that's more like quiet out of all of them. Which we got Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Shotzi Blackheart, Becky Lynch versus Damage Control, which is Bayley, Asuka, Io Sky, and Kairi Sane. Something's gonna happen here, but whatever. What do you guys think about the match first?
I think it'll be a victory for Damage Control, a heel victory. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if something happens as well. Something out of left field happens as well. So yeah, I'm interested to watch. I'm very interested because, as I said, I just don't know what's going to happen. But if I had to pick one, I'll pick Damage Control.
Same.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mars. Damage Control for me for the win. For this one, I'm surprised Charlotte Flair is still hanging around. Seeing her dad and her husband are in AEW, but I don't know. That's me. We'll see how long she does last. But no, Damage Control for the win here.
Yeah. I would say for a long time, Charlotte needs to go to AEW. They need that strong of a person in there. They need Charlotte Flair there. We said it many times for the women division.
Why would she go to AEW? What? She's just come out of the shadow of her dad. Her dad's not in WWE anymore. Why would she follow him there? Like, she's her own person now.
Ric Flair's everywhere, bro. Fuck comes up to WWE all the time. Ric Flair's everywhere.
Not anymore. He's signed a multi-year deal with AEW. He's not coming back to
100%.
WWE.
But mainly because he's because of what we were saying back in the day was when Andrade was studying the faction. But now Andrade is under the wing of what's it called? I forgot her name right now. She had a different name in
Miro's wife.
Miro's wife.
CJ Perry, no.
CJ Perry.
CJ Perry.
Yeah.
Now
CJ
she
Perry.
signed Andrade, so she's like the agent for which we knew Andrade always needed an agent. And he works better when it's that way. So I don't think it's gonna happen now.
She was supposed to be on that WSW tour that we saw, Renzo, but she signed with AEW. She pulled out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Damn it.
Fair enough.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
I think we're gonna see Damage Control winning, but I think this will be Damage Control kicking Bayley out. I think this is gonna be they're gonna turn into Bayley. They're gonna kick in Bayley out.
I like that.
Because
I like that.
We got Io Sky, we got Asuka, we got Kairi Sane, we got all Japan here there, and on top we have what's the name of the other one? Forgot the name. 2 seconds ago I had it in my head. She's not wrestling at the moment.
Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai, she's been in the shadows all this time, but if you see Dakota Kai, she's kind of moving the strings on the background while Bayley's the one trying to work all this shit out. But then we got Bayley, Asuka, and Io Sky together. I mean, this is an all Japan fucking all stars in there. You can't just this has to be a faction. It has to be run for a long time. And if you look at it, Bayley's the odd one out. So it'll be a great way to kick her out and then start this Damage Control without Bayley and Bayley going on her own, because I think she needs it. I think Bayley works way better by herself. Bayley is really good singles, and I think having Bayley out opens the door for Bailey against fucking Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. It's gonna be a good solo run that she needs it. No, but in the difference, Asuka, Io Sky, and Kairi Sane, man, together they're just a wrecking ball.
The only problem I see with that, I like the idea, but the only problem I see with that is that if they turn on Bailey, that then makes Bailey a face, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And which she's been turning. If you look at it, the way she's been
I like her better as a heel. I don't like her as a face. I think she's a great heel.
But she doesn't need to be essentially. She doesn't need to be a face. She could be a heel anyways. But because she's not gonna go against this faction that just got kicked out, you can kick the heel out of faction. It's still gonna be a heel. It is not. It won't turn a face. It doesn't need to essentially turn a face. You just need to be heel, a solo heel, a lone wolf.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
So I don't see it like turning face. It's just like fucking bitches kick me out.
No, I like it. I love it. Like that we're damage control and we're doing some damage control of our own, and we're getting rid of you, Bailey. That's our damage control.
And that's what's been happening lately. That's what's been happening. If you look at it, what has been happening with damage control lately, that's how things are working out. It's working out towards the fact that Bailey, and also gotta remember, Kairi Sane got kicked out, got let go because of Bailey, because of the injury. So they kind of a history in there, and Asuka, we know what she could do. So I don't know. I see that's what the main thing I think happening in these war games, women war games, because on the other side, you just they got together, great group going together against damage control, but just not much happening in terms of history in there. It's all about what's happening with damage control at the moment. But going from there to this is a Pandora box, but we don't know what the fuck's gonna happen here. This is
no idea.
This is the one that we don't know because the big surprise, it got spoiled, kind of. I still think that's a good way to do it. But it is Cody Rhodes, Seth freaking Rollins, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and we just said it, he got announced, the Viper, Randy Orton versus the Judgment Day, which is Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Dirty Dom, and JD McDowell and Drew McIntyre in the mix, which we said Drew McIntyre is not part of the Judgment Day. He just wants to get back into fucking Jey Uso. That's his main thing. But many things. First of all, I don't think we need to talk about the match. It's going to be a great match. It's like, I don't know. We're going to talk about this because we know it's going to be a fucking destroyer. It's going to be a wrecking ball. I think what we got to talk about it is what do you guys think is going to happen in terms of story? Because I'm going to tell you what I think first, and then you guys fucking tell me your story because I got it already. I agree with the fact they announced Randy Orton last week. I think it was the great because smart thing. People, we know what Survivor Series is going to be. This is in Chicago. Chicago's CM Punk turf. No one touches CM Punk in Chicago. People starting to chant CM Punk every single show, every single way. People starting to. So the hype of CM Punk being there, plus all the fantasy between the fans, finding different things every now and then. The fact that also commentators, wrestlers have been using tags and from CM Punk on when they're talking, also have been helping to the hype of maybe CM Punk coming back. So I think a good way to like shut all that shit out was to say Randy Orton is the fifth man straight away. Because if you don't do it, and I think I heard, I don't remember who I heard, he was saying, if you don't do this, you let this match to be a fucking failure and the fans to turn on you. Because people's going to be expecting CM Punk as the fifth member. And then Randy Orton shows up in Chicago, people's going to boo Randy Orton. That's going to be the biggest boo you're going to ever hear because people's going to be expecting CM Punk. So you need to shut that shit down as fast as you can. And what better way to do it? They just announce the fifth man straight away so that way there's no doubts that CM Punk is not going to show up. So I think they did really smart, really good way to like stop the fans. So if you hear this week, or we see Raw, we saw Raw, but then if you see SmackDown, I doubt that you're going to hear CM Punk chants going around. And if you do, it's not going to be for long. Because the hype of CM Punk probably being there, it's been shut down unless something else happened. But that's what I think.
Oh, look, I can understand why they did it, and it's for the reason exactly what you just said. Speaking personally, I didn't like the way they did it. You're in Chicago, you're going to get CM Punk chance anyway. Chicago is a smart wrestling crowd, so you're going to get it anyway. Randy Orton's been out for 18 months. Randy Orton needed a surprise comeback, a huge surprise comeback. I think Triple H returning from his quad injury, which is probably one of the biggest pops in history. Randy Orton needed that. Not being announced essentially by a fucking crowd in Raw. That's what I didn't like about it. I understand like I said, I understand the reason. It kind of makes sense, but I just thought it was a waste opportunity for a massive. But you still get the big pop. But everybody knows it's like I know what I'm getting for Christmas, but I still get excited when I get it. You know what I mean? In terms of the match, I don't know what's going to happen in the match. I'm just really excited about it because it's going to be a fucking great match.
Yeah.
No, I agree. It's going to be great, man. The crowd, right? The crowd. No, I'm happy Randy's back. It's been a long time. It's been a while. That Randy hasn't come back. No, it's all hell's going to break loose in this match. We're going to see turns. We're going to see some backstabbing. It's going to be great, man. I'm really looking forward to this. I think that Judgment Day is going to win somewhere or another, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to this match.
And also, we probably won't even see Randy Orton. That's the other possibility. He's been announced.
No, I think that's too.
But you know why? But this is a simple thing. I think you said it, Marcel. How long has he been out for?
18 months.
18 months.
18 months out. And you're going to put Randy Orton in a War Games? You know what are the possible risk of doing that? We're talking about War Games. We're talking about 2 different rings under a cage with everything goes. And you're talking about a guy that's coming back on a really bad injury. So maybe Randy Orton's not going to be the 5th man. Something's going to happen. And I think that's where everything's going. Because there's no other way to announce Randy Orton. Like you said, Randy Orton is a big pop. But you don't give him the big pop in a fucking match like this. You run the risk of him getting injured because even if they look after him, one, the ring rust is there. You know? Been out for a long time. You know, the Randy Orton, we know it's a great conditions, but ring rust is there. Second, he's going to be worried about his injury. And we're talking about a match where the fans are expecting to hell break loose.
Yeah.
So you can't have a soft match. So you can't have a match where people's going to be worried about, oh, shit, Randy, you know? They will look after him, but in a match like this, shit, can turn in 2 seconds. We've seen guys fucking get pins in the head, candlesticks, somersaults out of the top of the cage, fucking breaking 2 tables at a time, thumbtacks. We don't know what they're going to bring in.
What's his injury? Is it a neck injury or shoulder injury? Or what
It's
is
a really bad neck injury.
That's
that's the problem. His injury was neck injury. Even got told you're not going to wrestle anymore. So we're talking about a really bad injury that in a War Games, bro, that's risky as fuck.
Yeah.
So I think that the whole Randy Orton thing is to stop the fans for thinking, fuck, Randy Orton's the 5th man. That's like, who's going to be the 5th man? And then have a big pop of someone else coming up as the 5th man. Someone else is going to come in. Who could be?
Someone that lives in Chicago?
Someone that could live in Chicago. Chicago.
So Randy, what about this scenario? Randy Orton gets taken out by the Judgment Day as he comes into the building. Can't fight. We've got to make a phone call. Someone that lives here.
Or before that happens, like when they get it into the ring, like Randy Orton's coming in, they're showing him the car, and I don't know where, boom, gentleman, and jumps in. Randy Orton's taking an ambulance, and then last minute call, who the fuck we call? You know, and that's where people, and that's also risky because if you do that too early, the CM Punk is gonna be in everyone's head straight away.
And then Kevin Owens walks out. But anyway,
and that's the thing. But you said Sami Zayn said it. No, there's no way it's not happening. And we know he's gonna call KO. He's not gonna call anyone else. You know what I mean? So who else can come in? That's the thing. At the moment, CM Punk is the only one that everyone's waiting for, and we've seen it. And that's the problem is that WWE is being hyping the fans on purpose with CM Punk. Like, it's not, we're not making fantasies here. You can hear CM Punk, quotes from wrestlers during matches, CM Punk quotes from commentators during matches, CM Punk quotes during promos. So you've been hearing CM Punk quotes all over the place. And it's a war game. Who better to be in a fucking war game than CM Punk? Like, it's we're talking about, it's a perfect scenario to have a CM Punk coming in, helping out these guys, and then just going off in the sunset. He just came up from one match. He came to help out. And, working CM Punk in a way that CM Punk is back. Because CM Punk is, we need an emergency call. We need someone to help us out. Who can help us out? And CM Punk shows up to help out. To help out. Like, it's really important word there. And I think that's the one they're going to keep the fans happy. He's coming to help. He's not coming to stay. And then you can have CM Punk fucking fuck off. It's a one-off. Why not having the one-off?
Oh, he'll do a short run. If he comes back, he'll do a short run. There'll be big money in it for him. I personally, I do want to see him back in WWE, but I would rather see him back at the Royal Rumble as a surprise entrant and then start a run there. Not win it, obviously.
Oh, we know Chicago. Last time they... And
I know.
And this is the thing. Last time when he came back with AEW, where did he do it? At Chicago.
Yeah, I know.
So if you're gonna bring CM Punk in, you have to do it in Chicago. There's no other place. You can't do it anywhere else because you're gonna have the massive like, you bring it up in Chicago now, Survivor Series, forget it. Like, people's gonna be talking about this Survivor Series for like 100 million years because it's the one that CM Punk came back. This is the one that CM Punk came to help. Fucking the CM Punk is back. They're winning the match. The Judgment Day is losing straight away.
Yeah.
If the CM Punk is not there, Judgment Day is winning the match. It's that simple. That's how things are going because it's not the way to do it. Like, this face guys need to win the match, but they need the big guy. And at the moment, it's Randy Orton. But Randy Orton, just after all the arguments I gave you, it's impossible for him to be in this match. It'll be fucking risky.
Yeah.
You don't want to risk Randy Orton to have his last fucking 10 seconds, Because if he gets injured again, Randy Orton's not coming back. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, exactly.
So you can't have that. You need to having house matches, having, a one-on-one singles matches with mid-carders so where you can build up and then create a story with Jey Uso because, that's why he got taken out because of Jey Uso and get the story with Jey Uso going on until he has his last match with Jey Uso and then that's it. That's the last run Randy Orton probably is going to have. But I think the risk of him coming in now, they're too big. So something needs to happen. And CM Punk is the most obvious guy out there, but it could be someone else. And I think this is where the whole Nakamura thing is happening.
Ooh.
I think this is...
Well, we have to pick a winner. We have to pick a prediction.
Okay, I said it, and this is what I put the Joker card in here. If CM Punk appears in this match, I say Roy's winning. If doesn't happen, that's go for the Judgment Day. So that's why I leave it up to fucking whatever happened that day. I don't know, can't pick a winner.
Yeah. I'll go with Judgment Day.
Same Judgment Day. Judgment Day for me as well.
And Judgment. First time I'm not going to pick a winner. Fuck, this is weird. I can't pick a winner. This all depends on the fifth man. I think that's where the story is going to go. And I think this is what I'm saying. This is going to be attached to what Nakamura's promos have been cutting because we know Nakamura's been cutting great promos. That we don't know who the fuck is he talking about. And I started to do a bit of digging before he left New Japan. And he was part of this faction called Chaos in New Japan, which was a great faction there, running big names. And he had two big opponents in there. One, it was Tahashi. I forgot his name right now. I think I put it in the chat, so I'm just going to really quick really quickly. Tanahashi, we had like great rivalry going back and forward about the Intercontinental Championship, to the point that in the first time in the history of the win of the G1, which is kind of the win of the Royal Rumble, for the first time in history, he didn't pick going for the New Japan title. He went to go for the Intercontinental title of New Japan because he wanted to go against Tanahashi again, because their story is just magnificent. But that finished with him kind of, before he left, kind of raising the hand of Tanahashi, like kind of, you the next one to take over this title while I'm gone, even though they started as a friend. So their story closed. But the one story they never got to close properly, and it's the one that I think that's where Nakamura is going, is against the Rainmaker, which is Okada, which we know at the moment is a free agent. And Kazuchika Okada, if you guys haven't seen him, he is one of the biggest star of wrestling in New Japan. He has been and with Akari, always gonna remember what Akari said. Every time New Japan was in trouble, Okada is the man to go. Every single time. And I think that's where this is going. I think this could be the fifth man, and this could be the guy that Nakamura is waiting for. This is the guy that will finish the story. This is why they will finally have that last run. They're finishing like a good friends when case, like kind of everything left off. Even Okada like carry him on the shoulders, kind of style when he left New Japan in his last match. But they never had that good run, because they were always racing each other. Who had the title for longer? One was at the New Japan, the other Intercontinental. So they always were racing each other. Kind of having this rivalry. They never got to the ring to have a good story. So, in my opinion, that's who he's talking about. And this could be the guy that comes in as a fifth member of the team in Raw.
I agree with 99.9 of everything you just said. I don't agree he's going to be the fifth member. I don't think they're not going to mix those storylines. It's like oil and water. You don't mix them. I think he is talking about someone from Japan. The reason I think that is, I might be wrong, but I think the Japanese market has traditionally been a tough one to crack for WWE.
Yep.
And AEW is making massive inroads with the Japanese talent that they're signing. And if you look at what WWE has just done with the females in terms of the Japanese wrestlers that we just spoke about, I think that's going to carry over into the men's. And the fact that they've got Shinsuke now cutting brilliant promos in Japanese, and the fact that he's talking about someone that nobody seems to know, I think it's a Japanese guy. The research you just did was fantastic. So I think it is that guy you just said, the Rainmaker. I think it's him. And I think WWE already has it, as we know, under Triple H. It's not like there's not a fence around WWE where they don't deal with anybody. There's no forbidden door like there used to be with Vince. And we saw Shinsuke Nakamura going over to Japan and fighting the Great Muta on his farewell, on his retirement match. So that's open. Like there's a relationship there. I think it's that, and I think it's the guy that you said. I don't think he's going to be the fifth guy. I think it's a completely separate story. But it's going to be a slow cook, and it's like I'm loving what Shinsuke's done. Like I never really got into Shinsuke, but I'm really into him now because just the promos he's cutting, and he's just like, that strong style. It's really good, really really good.
Yeah, look, seeing the Rainmaker in WWE, wow, it would be a dream to see, one of the best in the history of Japanese wrestling in WWE finally, right? So no, I'm excited if this is the direction they're going. Of course, Hunter's more open to bringing in talent like this, and like Rod said, WWE have always had a problem cracking Japan, and hopefully this is it.
But he's coming the second part of it. It's not finished.
Uh-huh.
Hang on a second. Now, I think also who Nakamura is talking about in the whole promos is Seth Rollins, because he never got to do what he said was going to do to Seth Rollins, which is leave him on the ring without walking and just seeing Becky Lynch carrying him out of the ring. That never happened. So that's still to finish. So it could be the whole promo that he's cutting is not waiting for someone to come and fight him. Who is waiting to set him free is someone that's going to come and help him to finally destroy Seth Rollins. And what better way to bring a fifth man that turns into the Raw faction and just to see Nakamura in the background coming in. So that's why I think he could be the fifth man. I know it's a big fucking twist, the whole thing, but it just, knowing that Randy Orton's not going to wrestle. If he wrestle, it'll be the biggest mistake WWE have done in a long time, because they're risking a great Orton, a great legacy, which is Randy Orton, to fucking get dead really fast in a match, unless they're making a handicap match and just definitely no one else is coming, and just Randy Orton gets taken out at the beginning and then never comes back, and then that's it. He becomes a handyman 5 against 4, you know. But I think that's what the thing could be. I think that's if it happened that way, it would be fucking great, because it's like twist, and then we see all this shit unrumble in there. But again, we don't know what's gonna happen in this one. Like I said, I can't even pick a winner. This is gonna be a great match. We're gonna see shit just flying left, right, and center. We got Drew. He wants Jey Uso's head, so he's definitely gonna go for him. We still know that Seth Rollins got something with Dom, so he's gonna go after him 100%. So we got people targeting people in this match all the time. So we don't know what's gonna happen. What we know is gonna be a great War Games. It's gonna be a massive build up to the end. The last match is gonna go for like at least it has to be for at least half an hour. That's why there's not many matches announced. We got only 5. This is what we just talk about, 5 matches. We know the women's War Games should start the night. I think that'll be a great way to start the match with the women's. They'll leave a space for what could be, doesn't matter the order. If it's Kanta or Rhea or Carlito Santos Escobar, I think no one gives a fuck which is the order of those matches. I think this is the first time we don't care. It's all about it's all about the last War Games. I think it's all about the men's match. I think everyone they won't care who wins the other matches. Yeah, they won't care what happened. They will enjoy it 100%, but the hype is all going to be at the end. And so the most important part, I think, out of this, I think, will be how WWE works this from the beginning of the pay-per-view to the end, and with all the promos in between. If you're going to be throwing hints, it's going to be throwing stuff, it's going to be... The whole thing is going to be rumbling around what's happening in the last match. I think that's the main thing, and what's going to happen after. We can't even have fucking, I don't know, the bloodline getting involved in this. Who knows? Who knows who's going to get involved in this, you know? Everything could happen. That's the main thing.
Who knows?
I don't know. What else, guys, you reckon? I don't know. I've talked too much.
No, man, I think we've spoken enough about Survivor Series and WWE this week, so it might be time to head on over to the Renzo Wrestleverse.
Yeah, look, and I have an amazing match this week for the Wrestleverse. I have a match from some that happened a while ago, and it happened kind of continuously. But so this match is from 2009, so going way back, and it's a Ring of Honor match, and it's referring to what I mentioned earlier in the AEW segment about the Young Bucks going on hiatus. There was a tweet from the gentleman in this match who was asking them, "Why don't you come on over? We'd have some great matches." And this match is Ring of Honor, the Young Bucks versus Kevin Steen, which is, of course, none other than Kevin Owens, versus the Young Bucks versus Kevin Steen and El Generico. For those of you who don't know who El Generico is, it's Sami Zayn.
Oh,
so Sami Zayn was the one that tweeted the Young Bucks and told them to come on over at any time. So watch this match. Great match. Young Bucks with Kevin Steen or Kevin Owens versus El Generico, Sami Zayn. Ring of Honor 2009. A great match. These guys had amazing matches together.
Already on the playlist.
Nice.
Already on the playlist, and man, I can't believe I forgot El Generico Sami Zayn, bro. You know how I forgot about that.
Did he wear a mask?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he wore a
That's the
mask.
funny part.
El
because
genérico.
the fucking funny Sami Zayn to being I completely forgot about him being El Generico, man. That's hilarious.
What year was that, Lorenzo?
2019.
2009.
2009,
Oh,
sorry.
it wasn't that long ago.
2009.
2009, man. Fucking long time ago now, man. 2009, we're talking about. It's more than 10 years.
Yeah, I know. I keep thinking 20 years ago was 1980, but I'm just an old.
We always forget
You
that.
know what?
I know, right?
I know long ago. Fucking look at it.
I measure the time through WrestleManias. I keep forgetting WrestleMania 1 was 1985 and we're up to WrestleMania 39, WrestleMania 40 now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right.
So
That's
it's
insane, man. Insane.
But it looks like a
So
very
he's-
match, bro.
Yeah, are we done, boys? Is that it for this week? Or
I think we're missing one
Brett, you
thing.
got anything more to say?
I got one thing that I want to mention. I know you're going to get pissed
Yeah.
off about it, but how about Ronda Rousey in Ring of Honor?
Yeah. I should have just ended the show.
How about
good on
that
her.
with two
Good on her.
things?
It's good to see her back, and it's good to see her in Ring of Honor. Good on her. I think, like we said before, Ring of Honor started off as a pure wrestling promotion. So I think she fits in well there, and good on her for coming back, man. I've got nothing against her. I like her. I loved her in UFC. I didn't have any issue with her in WWE, and good on her, man. Anyone that steps inside the squared circle's got my respect, man. 100%. Such a tough thing to do, and if you got the fortitude to do it, then mate, who am I to criticize, man? I would never criticize anybody for doing anything like that.
No, man, it's great. Yeah, Ronda Rousey, and AEW owns Ring of Honor, so I'm sure she'll make an appearance sooner rather than later in AEW. So, no, good on her.
Yeah. And I just love one of the videos. I don't know if it was a fan and they put up, and it was hilarious because first match into it, she got dropped into her head. So someone put there, "Welcome to the Indies, Ronda." I'm like, I love that. What a way to come to be welcome to the Indies, to fucking get dropped in your fucking head. Yeah, that's weird. She picked up to go go in the Indies, something that she never done. She went from UFC to WWE, so to be starting to do the rounds in the Indies is a great thing for her. So that means when we see her back in WWE, we're gonna see a completely different Ronda Rousey, which is great.
Yeah.
More mature,
Awesome.
more knowledge in wrestling, and having wrestled all the in different promotions. Hopefully, probably even going to Japan now. Just makes it great. And
good on her.
Good on her. And what talking about it? What everyone can hear us, Renzo, before we go.
Yeah, look, people can listen to us on Spotify, iVox, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, TuneIn Radio, Overcast, Podbay, and Podbean. So wherever you are listening onto your favorite podcast, we're there.
And to finish it off, we're closing with
Another
the voice of violence.
Another great show. Another great show, guys. Another great show. Awesome week in wrestling. Awesome week coming up. I think I can hear the referee counting to 10. I think we've been counted out of the ring. So let's just tap out like we always do. And we will see you guys next week on another exciting episode of the Lucha House Show podcast.